Tonight, reaction pours in from across the NFL and from right here at home in response to the suspension of Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson.
The NFL and the Players Union agreed on retired federal judge Sue L. Robinson as a disciplinary officer in this case. Now, 24 women accused Watson of sexual misconduct dating back to his time with the Houston Texans. However, no criminal charges have been filed against Watson related to allegations from those women.
Sports director John Doss begins our team coverage tonight on a decision the team says it was prepared for.
Yeah, Rob, finally a little bit of clarity for this team, maybe a step closer to closure for all involved. The Browns likely knew this day was coming the moment they traded for Deshaun Watson back in March, that a suspension would likely come for their new $230 million quarterback. Now we know that suspension will last at least 6 games. In a 16-page document released by the former federal judge Sue Robinson, she acknowledges in her opinion that Watson did indeed engage in sexual assault as defined by the league against 4 therapists identified in the NFL's report, though Robinson also finding Watson's actions did not fall into the category of violent conduct. Browns coach Kevin Stefanski hadn't yet read that report when he spoke to media today, but saying today's news doesn't change much.
I would go back to what we said when we first acquired Deshaun. And that hasn't changed. I feel incredible empathy for anyone who's been impacted by this decision. It's something that I don't take lightly. I've spoken to women in our organization. I've spoken to women in the community, and that's something that I'll continue to do. And our fans, whether you're a man or a woman, our fans are really important to us. So I want to make sure that they understand that and that they're never going to be dismissed in any way.
All right, so one decision down. Now we wait on another. The NFL has until Thursday morning to decide if it will appeal the 6-game suspension and potentially seek a longer one. Rob.
John, thanks. Long day for you. Thank you. The NFL released a statement after that ruling saying the league cited the collective bargaining agreement and then said the NFL or the NFLPA on behalf of Watson may appeal the decision within 3 days. In light of her findings, the league is reviewing Judge Robinson's imposition of a 6-game suspension and will make a determination on next steps. Late this afternoon, Browns owners Dee and Jimmy Haslam issued a statement on Watson's suspension. It reads in part, "We respect Judge Robinson's decision and at the same time empathize and understand there have been many individuals triggered throughout this process. We know Deshaun is remorseful, that the situation has caused much heartache to many. He will continue the work needed to show off who he is on and off the field. We will continue to support him."
Now, this decision is affecting women from all backgrounds, those who are Browns fans and those who are not. And both of those groups include women who have been touched by sexual assault. Now, we talked to people representing those communities to see how they're feeling about Watson's punishment.
The bitter divide among Browns fans started in March when it was announced that Deshaun Watson was signed.
We lost quite a few members in the group when we first signed him.
Robin Lochner saw it firsthand as founder of the Facebook group Cleveland Browns Women's Group. It now has a membership of more than 6,300. This morning's announcement of Watson's 6-game suspension brought a variety of opinions.
Some people are saying it should have been more games. Some are saying it should have been less games. Everybody just seems to have a different opinion.
Robin tells me personally she's okay with the length of Watson's suspension.
I found the 6-game suspension really disappointing. I think that the league was right to ask for a full year of suspension, and I hope that they end up appealing this decision.
But Scott Berkowitz, president of the nation's largest anti-sexual assault organization known as RAINN, says this suspension, if it stands, will have consequences.
Feels like a bit of a slap on the wrist, and I think that is that's a problem both for the dozens of women he assaulted, and also for other survivors who see this and are trying to make their own decision about whether it makes sense for them to come forward and report their own assault. And this is going to discourage some people.
Retired Judge Sue Robinson handed down this decision, saying Watson committed sexual assault according to the NFL's definition, referring to Watson's actions as nonviolent sexual conduct.
That doesn't say anything about the violence that's behind the crime or the seriousness of the crime that was committed. Even when there are physical injuries, they often heal long before the emotional ones do. It's certainly not something that they're ever going to forget.
As for Robin, she's hoping this serves as a big lesson for Watson.
What I think Deshaun Watson needs is some counseling. He needs to understand why all of this happened and what his actions did and how that made women feel, even though he doesn't feel he did anything wrong.
So both groups tell us they hope the Browns and Watson move forward by giving back, especially to groups who support sexual assault survivors. Again, it's also important to note that Watson has never been criminally charged in any of those cases. Now, Robin tells me, bottom line, no matter how you feel about Watson, most Browns fans are relieved that this drama is over, and they're hoping great things come out of this season.
Okay, a lot to unpack here. News 5 will continue to follow any new developments in Deshaun Watson's suspension. We have special coverage. You can check it out right now online, news5cleveland.com or our News 5 app.